course they're going to know who comes in or out. But if we take an unsuspected route, we might have a drop.
But the stronghold, it'll have lots of things to steal.
Don't worry.
Will it? It's abandoned and dead, so will an old village.
It is the faster route to go through the village.
It's going to save us at least a week's worth of travel to go through the village, rather than up and around.
So
We've already told.
yes, so we should go the quickest route.
Won't we then have to wait for the caravan to catch up, or are we just going to abandon them?
Why? Again, I think we're wasting our time. We have no benefits from them, other than the money we're getting, which is a pittance.
That is something we can consider once we get to that point. We don't need to worry about that right now.
They've also been each feeding us and our horses, which is nice.
We can produce as much food as we need.
Our horses did grass, and we're in a field of grass.
Okay.
And you can produce as much food as we need. From the way I see it, we fed them last night.
As long as you will enjoy good berries.
Good.
Yes, the whole time Rayleigh's been eating your good berries and pretty much nothing else, simply because he's just too lazy to care about food.
Sounds about right.
It's just like, yep, fine.
Well, turns out.
Pop a berry, good for the day.
Turns out they're very fibrous, as we have agreed upon.
They are.
It's basically like biting into one of these little cakes.
We have a lightning singer.
It'll do better than
We have a
trying...
dragon.
That reminds
Oh
me.
wait, no wait.
fire.
We have the infamous Ignatius D.
Who says that the caravan themselves are wanted in the city either? They could be under just as much
They're merchants.
suspicion
It's
than
come back
us.
up.
The merchants.
So, they might not be
And
welcome
some
either.
noble lady.
But there's just as much likelihood that
yeah.
they'll cause us issues in a cover story than help us.
The noble lady. We should talk to the noble lady.
Why?
Because we haven't yet.
Go ahead, Rowan.
Okay.
Yeah, Mia's not here to stop him.
She
God.
saw my magic.
I turn to Imperius and say, 5 silver, he ends up with his head on pike.
I'm gonna go with Robin.
Rowan.
I don't think she's
This
that
one time
violent.
you can say more than I know.
Okay.
Nobles?
Yes,
I'm going with you.
Good
Okay.
point. I don't want to make that bet, I'll lose.
You go up to the caravan, you notice that there's at least 4 soldiers around the caravan itself who essentially guard them and stop anyone coming from anywhere near them. Not that anyone has, but that's essentially what their job is. And can I help you?
Yes. I wanted to say hello to the lady because she seemed to enjoy my lightning last night.
Roll persuasion roll.
Oh my god. Of course. Cool. That's Super Jack.
It was cocked.
14.
14.
That's not bad for him.
Give me a moment, I'll see if she takes some conversation.
Okay.
Alright, pulls back the curtain behind her. Lady, the other gentleman with the scruffy hair, elf-looking guy, he wants to have a word with you because he thought you might enjoy the lightning.
And me too.
And the dwarf.
She's nice.
Dwarf.
Alright, give me a moment.
I'm just sitting back, basically, like sitting there with like one of my bags of jerky, just sort of like tearing into it, just watching.
Sitting here, man.
The back of the caravan that she's on, it's quite an opulent caravan, it's probably one of the largest ones here. It probably competes with your caravan for size-wise as well as opulence and stuff like that. Opens up the back door properly, and she steps out in a dress that looks very, very clean. She's got draping silks underneath the arms that are attached to her wrists, but most of the arms exposed, and a dress with a bit of what looks like gold intertwined in the hem of the dress itself. It looks very prim and proper. She looks up as she walks out.
I think once he got the go-ahead for her to be coming out, his head is like right in his bag. He's rummaging through notes. Going, okay. Yeah, here we go. Handshake, hello.
My hand just goes around. Friend, relax.
Okay. Hello. My name is Rowan. I enjoy making lightning music.
like looks at you, extended hand. Rowan, it is a pleasure.
Yes. Okay.
And I am Amber. He's a compliment.
Amber.
We've been traveling for a while together, and I wanted to say hello because it seems polite.
Well, thank you then. You have said hello. Is that all you require?
Did you enjoy our show last evening?
It was entertaining, yes.
Ah, thank you.
Are you not often entertained?
On a long travel like this, it is very hard to find entertainment when you're traveling for 2 months in a caravan.
You should see this then. I cast Druidcraft in my hands.
Roll performance check.
Why am I leaning so hard into this? I'm terrible at it. 17.
You'll charm her with sheer enthusiasm.
And lots of luck.
Yeah, dumb luck.
My, that is impressive.
It looks like it's gonna clear up tomorrow. I hope.
That is good. This rain has been a bit dampening, as they say.
You'll have to excuse my friend. He gets nervous talking to people.
Do I go save them for themselves?
He has quite the big heart and
Train wreck
spirit. His words just aren't his strongest point.
We're going to put this particular video up on the channel as quickly as we can tomorrow, so
Do you want some jerky?
we are recording it locally. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. I hope you don't have any more troubles in the way, and I hope the orcs do not cause any more particular problems in this part of the world. I've heard you've done a very good job, what I've seen and what I've heard.
I made a moonbeam.
You did a very good job of that.
I was very impressed by the balls of lightning and the balls of fire.
Not so much the fire.
I was impressed.
Thank you. We will let our friend know. If you should need anything of us, we are always here, happy to help.
And other magic. Would you like a good berry?
Roll a persuasion roll.
That's fair enough.
Can I assist him? Because I want to say, it's very good for you, and it's quite sustaining. You'd be surprised. I was able to make a brew out of it. Quite
Yeah, you can roll with
delicious.
advantage.
Didn't help.
8.
No.
Okay. I eat it instead. Fibrous.
If that is all, then I will return back to my caravan. We'll
Okay.
go on this course that we are set
Oh,
ourselves
one
to.
last thing, my lady.
Yes.
Might we have your name?
My name. You have not been told my name already.
No.
We have multiple times.
Amber
No, you have.
hasn't.
And no one of you.
Amazingly,
I
it's
am
not
Lady Astrid,
Lady Astrid.
wife of Humbert.
And why are you going to Musalon?
I am visiting some of my friends in the royalty there.
Ooh. Sounds lovely.
Do I hear that?
Well, I assume you guys have to like go and really sort of want to pay attention to this because you're curious about how it sort of.
Oh yeah, we're
panned
trying to
out.
see if
Oh, yeah.
if he gets
Yeah,
shanked.
Do a roll perception roll for me, see if you can hear what it is.
Well, she was wife of
Humbert.
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 Humbert here. No.
No one.
You know they're talking, and you probably maybe hear royalty.
She's very lucky she lives another day.
Is there likely to be any horse racing
Where?
in the Black City?
Perhaps they would.
Well, if there is, you should try and find me because that's going to be great.
So, hang on, I heard that she was related to the royal.
No, you just heard royalty.
You just heard royalty.
I rolled a 15.
Yeah, you hear it somewhat. Yeah, she's mentioning it. She's.
I don't think that's important enough to relay to him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't kill her.
Is
I
there
would just
any-
be asking some very hard questions about what the hell they're doing to the cities around them, what the hell they're doing to the people.
Is there an occasion in the
Why the
city?
hell
Is
we're
this why you
protecting
travel there to see friends, or are you just visiting?
I will be travelling there for the winter and staying there.
Oh.
I've been invited by some of the lords there to accompany them. and plying my trade. It is very a long travel, and getting the work of anyone who can teleport is not cheap. And quite often they are busy.
Trade? Do you trade in teleportation?
I don't specifically trade in teleportation, but teleportation does exist. However, every once in a while I do like to travel across the land and see what it is. I have been very entertained so far, and I have loved every part of this, other than the dreary weather.
Oh, I see.
Ah.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying your travels.
Is it still like kind of spitting?
A little bit, yes.
I'm going to use a create and destroy water to just temporarily dismiss the rain around us. Is that better?
That is somewhat better, thank you.
And if you're curious, I turn my hands and just a warhorse appears. I make
Apologies, he does that from time.
I make really good horses.
Well, if there is anything else, then I will head back to the caravan and we shall move off for the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Sorry for bothering you for so long, but it was a pleasure talking to you.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
She nods and then heads back into the caravan. And then not too long after that, the soldiers, get to moving and the caravan starts moving on.
That's okay. Amber pulls Rowan aside and goes, "Oh man, that's the most proper I've been in such a long time. Haven't had to talk like that to someone since." Yeah.
She's having flashbacks.
Did that
like,
go well? I
"Nah."
think that went well.
I think so.
Curious
Yeah.
tends
She
to really.
didn't try and flirt
Damn it!
us.
Should have
I
taken
have
the
a
bit.
wonderful horse, don't I?
It is indeed. Oh, can I have some more lessons?
Yes! Hop on!
All right. How do we do that again? Hang on. Wait.
Oh,
Pull out the book. Pull out the
This one's
book.
not got a saddle.
That's not in the book.
Because I just made it.
Oh. Well, that's not in the book.
Well, it might come up, so try it anyway.
In the book?
No. Jump on, I'll
Oh, right, of course.
give
Put
her a
the book
boost.
away.
And,
All right.
And
What do I hold on to?
the main, hold the main.
Quick.
Main what?
And for the hour that this horse sticks around, because that's how long the spell lasts, it's just a better horse riding lessons.
Alright, so what are you doing to start off with?
First of all, he said grab the mane. She fists the mane.
Alright, do an animal handling check.
Yep.
At least you knew what the man was.
He has taught her some stuff. She's not stupid. She's just
Arguable.
well.
Highly debatable.
Animal handling. What's that?
She's intelligent enough to know
10?
what it is.
10?
But wise enough to know not to grab it.
Bear in mind, I can control it.
That's true. For the briefest of moments, it startles, Amber just grabs a huge fistful
Wait,
of
hang on.
mane.
Am I even tall enough to reach the mane?
Because you're
Yeah,
sitting,
I will have given you a boost.
you're sitting at the bottom of its neck.
Sorry,
And you managed to get yourself onto the horse without too much of your armor. You felt it skitter a bit, but because he's got control of the horse itself, he's managed to sort of keep it at bay.
Right. Now what?
Go. I say to the horse.
It's like, same as last time. Oh, okay. All right. Yep.
I just have the horse doing laps, and basically her entire job is to not
Yeah.
fall off.
I realise we're heading off with the caravan.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
going.
they gotta doing it.
It's a war horse. It's
It's
fast.
doing loops, man. Just loops up the...
They probably lose track of the caravan for a few 10-15 feet maybe, and then come back and then lose it, then come back and lose it, whatnot.
Does it loop?
They're not
and then
going
does it straight,
fast.
and it does
I mean, the caravan's at walking pace, so the horse is trotting, and I'm just jogging alongside,
Yep.
advising things.
Right,
Hand
so you
over
guys are
reins
doing
to
that
someone.
for most of the day as you're traveling.
I
Well,
hand
and-
the reins
and
to
how
somebody so that I don't have to drive the cart.
So you guys
Must
now
be
at the
good.
point where you
I
decide
can
you're
drive
going
the
to turn
car.
off.
I've got proficiency in vehicles, so.
Good. I seek out the captain.
Yeah.
Capitan.
I hear there is a fork in the road soon.
Yeah, das ist you.
Have you considered taking the shorter path?
We have been given the instruction to take the longer path around the mountain.
By?
Every caravan that has come through this particular part of the world.
So you think maybe you could accompany us through the shorter path instead?
After the attack of the Ox, I am not inclined to take a leap out of anywhere. We have lost 6 men already.
So 6 men. Think how many orcs the orcs lost. All of them. I'm not frightened by tales of haunted villages.
And I am just keeping a safe distance from anything that could get us in trouble.
Would it upset you if we parted company?
It would not.
Would you pay us what you owe?
We can.
And I think that is what will likely happen. We seek a shorter journey to the Black City.
Then so be it. Then let me organize the money.
Merci.
He travels to the main caravan, which the lady's in, has a few words. Sounds like a bit of a hidden argument sort of comes up between them, but it's very brief. And she hands out a sack of gold to him. Comes over to you and essentially passes you out whatever amount of money it is, we'll work it out later.
This one has all the things. Okay.
Works out to about 200 silver over 5 days.
So 2 gold each.
Yeah, shit all.
You are handed essentially 20 gold.
Okay.
It is disappointing, but at the same time expected.
Yes, we are trying to get to the Black City with haste. The shorter path offers this alternative.
If you see us in the Black City at some point, inform us of your success or failure.
Well, if we don't see you in the Black City, then perhaps we failed. Or if you don't see us.
That is a given, but you may find what you need to find there and decide to go around it.
We, perhaps.
And with that, you part ways. And you start heading off towards the north.
Now that we're on our own, I'm going to climb onto the roof of the caravan and keep lookout with my bow.
Is the roof still covered in pelts?
Possibly.
Probably.
Tanning in the sun.
Yeah, we've covered.
Oh
the
god,
roof with all
baked
the-
piss.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation, prestidigitation,
Alright, you
prestidigitation.
guys don't have an endless... Oh, you've got a bag of holding money, I suppose. You fill that up with...
I have a bag of holding.
Yeah, are you filling it up with all the direwolf things?
No.
Right,
No.
you cannot fit all the direwolf skins on top of the thing to bake in the sun.
Unless someone
Not all of them, but we
So
can put
they can
some.
basically lay over the top of each other, they're not necessarily baked in the sun.
This story
20
on the
skins.
19. You took one.
He's wearing one.
19.
Some of them are rolled up and hung on the sides of the.
It's still 19 skins. They're not small.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
and they're heavy too.
Yes. So your speed that you think you can get out of it is basically taken up by the fact that you've got all these heavy things in them, and you cannot fit 19 on the outside of your caravan.
Okay.
Some would be
inside as well.
inside.
Yes.
Okay,
Which
we have a
basically
slight
means that
problem.
some of the bedding space no longer exists.
That's fine.
I don't use any red of that space anyway.
Why do
We
we
don't
need
really-
this many skins?
Because they're
Just
with
sell
money. The
What?
diamonds.
A couple of gold pieces each?
20, 30, 50, 100.
You
Because
can
they're
make,
good skins, man.
we can make cloaks.
Well, make 8 cloaks and throw the rest away.
Good dear, my Rayleigh, you're such a wasteful person.
Really?
Very
No,
wasteful.
it's wasteful carrying this
Really?
much garbage that we don't require.
Really? Don't you have that, what's that weird bag that you can fit a lot of shit in?
I'm not filling it with dead
It
skin.
wouldn't fill it.
Especially not rotting dead skin.
It's not rotting.
It's not rotting. It's barbecue.
It probably is by this point.
We've been tanning it.
By pissing on it, it's still
That's what
rotting.
you do.
It's still rotting.
Yeah, there's a bit of a smell.
It's gonna rot.
No, there
Amber would have
isn't.
also-
Prestidigitation did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're prestidigitation. All you're doing is prestidigitation.
You're hiding the smell.
You're
Hang
hiding
on,
stuff.
I know that.
So
but
Amber
it's-
would
there's
know
no.
how to tan the skin, like cure them.
You
You
are
don't
not a
have the
leather worker.
tools, And you don't have the tools
And you
for
don't
it.
have the tools
She's
for
an
it.
alchemist, though.
Different
She knows
kettle
the
of fish.
chemicals.
Completely different.
Survival says otherwise.
Sorry?
Survivor rolls.
Survival has allowed you to skin all 20 of them.
I know.
Because you rolled a natural 20.
But they've still got flesh
That's
on
all it's done
Yeah.
for you.
Okay. I've skinned a sheep before, right? Trust me, covering it in piss will get you rotten piss skin. That's all it's going to get you. That is literally all you will end up with.
Have you tried this?
Trust me, it's a lot of work to cure,
I know,
to
man.
tan it. It's not simple.
It doesn't matter, it's schematics, and for the fun of the game, like, who
It's what?
cares?
Yeah, but
Semantics, sorry, whatever.
I can't just say fun of the game. I just randomly cured 20 skins of the pelts of direwolves.
What part of this game have
Okay.
we, like, played
Guys.
literally?
Guys,
Yeah.
it's fine. Keep going with role playing of it. Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to... What's in your bag of holding that will get destroyed by my skins?
At the moment, all the tools that I need.
Okay, so I give you half of the skins. What would you like to do with them?
Oh, there's actually quite a
Looking
lot.
at the shield that I've got,
Yep.
can I see any way to modify and take all the orc stuff off it?
I assume you've
Without-
already started doing that.
Yeah, I've already started, but without damaging the enchantment.
It's a wooden shield, so it would require more woodwork than it would anything else. It's got a bit of metal on it, so you're probably going to have to do a bit of woodwork with it, which you don't have realistically for.
There,
So I will let you use your smithing kit, because it does have some of the tools in it,
Yeah.
but at disadvantage.
how much?
What's the chance of me ruining the enchantment?
I've got
I
about-
can mend it if you do.
I wouldn't do it if I risked ruining the enchantment.
You don't know. You couldn't possibly know.
What have you got?
The enchanted shield for a +1.
And what do you
What
want
are you
to do with it?
I want to take all the orc crap.
It's got basically like, orc spikes and weird symbols scratched into it and stuff like that.
Oh, what skill is this?
Arcana.
No, like.
No, he's using his blacksmith skill at disadvantage because some of the tools in it do help him remove some of the orcification of it.
So,
Can I cast guidance on him?
Of course you can.
Can
No,
I
okay.
cast enhance ability on him
You can.
to make it so it's just a flat roll?
Yep.
I give you enhance ability, so I give you an advantage on the roll.
Which
Okay.
basically means it's a flat roll now.
So I get guidance and a flat roll.
So you just roll one.
And what?
You're not giving you bardic inspiration?
9. If there's any proficiencies or intelligence that I should be using. for
You
it as well.
try and get your either a chisel or whatever other tools you can get your hand into to sort of edge it into the spikes that are coming off it, and you start hammering away. However, the magic in this is basically holding it all together, and you are hitting as hard as you can, and nothing's coming off. It is a very orcified looking shield.
That's.
I'll give him bardic inspiration in the form of remove the orky bits before it falls to shits.
Does that mean I can add a d6?
You can, well, not to that roll, it'd have to be
I'd have to-
another further roll.
Try it again.
Which I
It's
can
going
also
to
cast,
take some time for that to happen, so
Yeah.
we'll have to wait for the next roll.
of which I will also cast guidance on you when you go to do it.
Alright, you guys travel on by yourselves now for a good portion of the day. It's about mid-afternoon. Can I get anyone who's actually paying attention to the roads around them to roll a perception check?
Not me.
I think Rowan would at this stage. Roll though.
Do I get double roll
14?
because I've got bonus action perception? Curious on that one. So 2 separate perception checks in the same time that people are making one.
For what reason?
Because I
Roll the sheet and want to roll again.
no bonus actions of perception checks on
No,
environment.
it doesn't work like that. It
Okay.
doesn't work.
Yeah, cool.
That's good.
In that 8.
8.
23.
23.
Jesus.
14.
14. You notice on the road behind you from the way you came, there's a lone rider on a horse.
Is it the Gunslinger?
Does anyone call out that there's a lone rider on a horse?
Considering I'm sitting on the roof.
He's got this big long pipe coming from his back.
Considering I'm sitting on the roof, I'm just going to turn around and go, what do you want?
He's like a distance away. He's not like close.
Pull out my bow then.
I like poke. Like I think for this to make sense, Rome was just sitting with the rear door of the car open, with his legs just like dangling out at the back, just admiring the countryside, and you went, "Who's that then?" And just yelled, "Hello!"
At that point, I
Probably just see waves.
sort of look over, see the rider, and I'm like, that's weird. Grab the shield, grab Rowan by the scruff of the neck, drag him into the cabin, put the shield in front of the door, and keep an eye on the rider.
Alright, roll a perception roll there.
Can I do a perception roll now that he's pointed it out?
14. That's a lot better than my last perception.
Never mind.
Never mind. He's like, what? What's going on?
Now,
There's a shield in the way.
yeah, there's a shield in the way. You can't see it.
Alright, so with the 14, you probably notice that there's that big ass pipe coming from his back, and he's got 2 pistols on his side.
Did I like what I'd like
Oh,
to
it's the American.
It's the American.
It's
Who the
the
hell is driving
American.
the car?
Everyone stand down.
Yeah, you're looking forward, so you probably like look
like
behind you.
who's driving the car? I was trying to sort skins or something. He was driving the car last time.
It was driving itself.
Okay,
So that's why
horses,
you're going very slow.
horses are very good.
Yes.
Yes.
Rowan's basically told the direction to go, and they're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like I feel like a standing thing he will have said is, if you girls could just keep on with the road, that would be swell.
I'm standing on the
Nay.
roof going,
Yeah,
no, this one's bad.
Yeah.
This one's okay.
Nay.
This one's bad.
Yeah, you're starting to do that, you're realising that they are pretty bad.
Not all of them, just some of them.
Not all of them, some of them, yes.
Can I jump up there and help him and like maybe do a combined
You
survival
can't
check
smell
to try
anything.
and see if we can determine which one's savable?
Sure.
You do the roll, not me.
Survival.
I'm helping.
So I'll roll to see which ones are actually still good.
So roll with advantage. That was
Um,
an 18.
and there was another 18. So there was 23 on the first one, 15 on the next one, 7 on that one.
No, just roll once.
Oh.
Don't roll.
Roll once?
What were the first
Jesus
2 rolls?
Christ.
23.
23.
I'm not going to
That was the
roll
first 2
20
rolls.
times.
23.
23. Alright. They're actually not too bad. I think at least one of them is fucked.
But one of them is fine.
Fucked.
Oh, okay.
Gone. It's rotted.
knackered.
Like, it doesn't,
Like he pulls it up and like just tufts of furs.
No,
At
no, no.
general,
Into his hand,
at general looking at it, it looks, oh, look, this one looks alright. Go for the sniff test. Woo!
I feel like Amber would pick it up and be like, seems alright. And
Yeah,
he just
pretty much.
looks at it, and on the other side of it, it's just like molding and
Yeah.
whatnot. She's got the fairy side, like, looks alright. And he's just like,
No.
no.
That was the granddad of the pack.
Yeah.
Throw that one away.
I see the fungus and I'm like, ooh, plant life! And just like,
Yeah, we've tossed it over to the side, and he's like, ooh!
basically, I turn that pelt into a fungus garden and just like hang it off the back and just encourage
While I
it
see
along.
the American riding up, I hop off the
Of course
carriage
you
and
do.
sort of start walking along with sort of back.
Yep.
So I have him catch up sooner.
Yeah, alright, cool. So you're slowing the horses down or something?
No.
No, horses
Ah,
are
so
slow.
you're walking backwards to,
Yeah.
to meet up with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk backwards and then catch up with the carriage
Alright,
afterwards.
cool. Doesn't take too long for you to catch up with him.
Yeah, it did.
Well, he's probably cantering or galloping, and we're like.
No, he's keeping a good pace, but not not a fast
Keep
pace.
it at a trot.
So is it a trot between a trot and a canter?
Yeah, something like that.
Lost your rope.
How you doing?
Not too bad yourself.
Not too bad. I tell you what, I ain't like the rest of those guards. I'm kind of curious myself. I figured you wouldn't mind if I come along and helped you out.
Well, with your wondrous weapons, they were quite helpful in the last fight. So
They certainly were, and this little beauty has been fixed again. She's good to go. I don't have many shots left with her, but when push comes to shove, she'll take a few things down.
we might need it. I'm
All
not
right.
sure exactly what's up ahead, but
That sounds to me like a yes to my question I was going to ask.
more than welcome.
Thank you, sir. Welcome aboard. That's what you should say to me. Thank you. Well, all right,
He's in
then.
charge
Hope you
now.
know. Yeah, I'm in charge now. All right then. Well, let's mosey on up and travel to the rest of your group and say hello.
That we shall.
All right. Yeah. Not long after, yeah, he catches up with you guys.
Oh, it's you. As you say, what is it? Audi?
What was that again?
Audi.
Yeah, howdy.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hello.
I like to say howdy, which means the same thing, but you know, you say hello because that's what you are, sir.
Can I see your big gun?
Hello.
Hello! Which
I'm
one? The
not
one between my legs or the one on my back?
That's
We
very.
were-
The one that shoots,
I know
of
that
course.
it was just
One between my legs and one on my back.
Fantastic for that.
The one that makes a big bang.
One between my legs and one on my back.
The one on your back, you
All
impossible
right.
man.
All right. It's gonna take a bit. We probably might better off doing this because it's quite big. Might probably better off doing this either when we stop at some point in time, we're having a quick break, or when we.
Oh, it's okay. I've learned how to ride horses. You swap places with me.
This is my horse. I'm. What are you getting on, bad girl?
Oh,
It's
I
alright.
thought you wanted to play show and tell. I mean, you could use the caravan, and I'll just look after the horse.
Well, I don't think this thing can be really good to see when you're inside the caravan. It's quite big.
Believe me, this better outside. Later. Don't worry.
All right then. And she just goes back to pelts.
one for you, one for me.
Do we know how
Someone
long?
on the channel wants to know about the one between my legs.
How long
They call me Sex
along
Machine.
the road do we know that
Sex pistol.
the village is?
Sorry?
Do we know how long,
Like a
how
blunderbuss
far
with
along
a
the
pistol?
road?
It's about 2-3 days.
Okay.
You'll probably start seeing it on travels tomorrow. Like, towards the end of tomorrow, probably start the next day you'll see it.
Yeah.
Alright, so you tell me about this haunted village that I've heard about, and you decided you want to go check it out.
We don't know much about it. We just know that no one's come from this village in quite some time, and everyone says that it's haunted and dangerous. And
Well, you know, I could put a couple of things together and probably give you some information about what I do know if you want.
that would be more than.
Well, it's like most of the places in this area, they were all Breton villages. Remember, this particular part of the world was actually well patrolled by the Bretons. Looked after, we wouldn't have had that orc encounter had the Bretons been taking care of this place. But you know, times change, things happen, and then we have to deal with orcs on the road. I think the village has suffered the same problem. And I think a lot of the people there have just either disappeared or just abandoned the whole place itself. I don't know any particular information in regards to what the haunting is, but all I know is what people talk about. Especially when you're asking about traveling in the caravans themselves. Like, you guys just arrived on the day that you decided to leave, but I've been gearing them up about the particular position quite a few days beforehand. Give myself some information about what's going on. However, as I said, they don't really have that much information about what's going on other than it's haunted and we avoid it.
That seems
as I
kind of
said,
suspicious to me.
now,
Anyone else suspicious?
hugely
No, just me.
suspicious to me too.
Oh, yeah.
He's
I
always suspicious.
Oh, no, but that, well, yes.
Just mindless idiots. There was probably an accident. One person died and superstition spread.
It's probably fine.
Well, I'm curious to check it out myself, and I know you guys have got some shit up your sleeve, so I reckon I'm in good company.
Thank you. Would you like some ale?
I've heard about your
I
ale.
don't-
Love some.
I don't keep shit up my sleeves. We have the bag of it.
It's a
at one
figure of
stage.
speech, idiot.
So, Amber kind of just, like, leans down, because she's on top of the thing, and just, like, holds out her little thing.
Tastes like Bud Light.
Curiosity.
Not Budweiser?
No, just
I was
No,
kind of
just
going
Bud
for a Budweiser.
Curiosity. There's no oxygen in the bag of holding. Do things rot in there or rot quicker?
They would not rot. In fact, they're actually in a...
Not rot at all.
We're in a
not at all.
pocket
You
dimension.
chuck them in there and they basically go
Did I
almost...
know that?
No.
Okay. In that
Well,
case,
he knows
nothing's
that.
going in the bag.
He
That's
knows, right?
Yeah, I personally know that. Don't, but
No, he means...
No.
Imperious.
right,
Imperious.
I would have no idea.
Imperious would probably know that you could.
Well,
store
in that case,
things.
nothing's going in because it'll rot.
No one's talked to me about it, so no one's
Exactly
going
right.
to know
That's
anything
exactly
about it.
It's not hugely important.
Now I
really do
feel
need to
some
communicate
urge to
more.
medicate. So, if I ask you about...
Look, we're kind of a party of convenience, never really learnt how to be friends. So that'll happen at some point.
I mean, we're friends.
Well, we became friends. I'm friends with Antoine.
I'm friends with Rayleigh, so...
Amirius and I get
so many
along.
plates.
I'm antisocial.
And
No,
then,
no,
no, I was going to say, then there's Amir.
Yeah, Amir is friends with no
You're-
one.
No,
We're
he's
just
allies.
Christian,
We're allies
you're
of convenience.
useful to Rayleigh. There's a big distinction there.
No, but from his side, you're friends.
Yeah, from Rayleigh's side, it's, well, this person will stop me from getting stabbed in the gut? Yes, okay.
My side is, we tried to kill each other, we had good times, we tried to kill each other again, we had good times. It's about 50-50.
The day travels on a bit more. Sorry if you had it.
No, it's all good. It was just quick.
Good eye, it's more like, I heal you, you heal me. It's
Yeah, the day travels on a bit more, and you notice that the storm from the other night has now definitely gone, and the sun has returned, and the heat of the day is really pestering down on you.
it's
You didn't
kind
really,
of
yes.
humid.
You didn't notice it realistically before until that storm came through, but now again you're feeling that heat. You kind of acclimatise yourself to it for a little bit, but that storm coming through has brought it all back again for you, and you're feeling that heat. You travel along for the rest of the day, and then you get to the evening where it cools down ever so slightly. In fact, it cools down quite considerably, and you find a place to camp for the night.
There is something I would like Rowan to be able to do as we're camping. Are we near trees?
Yes, there's trees everywhere.
Okay.
In fact, you're actually noticing, as you were travelling further into this particular part of the world, there is another forest looming on your right-hand side, so northeast-ish somewhere. So you kind of like now can definitely see the mountains to your left and the forest to your right, and you're essentially travelling in between both.
Well, I've got this orcish longbow, and it's fine, but it's not great. So basically, I'm gonna walk up to a tree, find a small branch, and I'll place my hands around it and cast plant growth in the attempt of shaping this little twig into a bow as it grows out through my hand. So it's like pottery, basically.
You can definitely make the plant come into the shape that you want, but you will still need to require some woodworking skill to actually form it into a bow.
Fair enough. Well, I'll start with the shape. So it's like Ghost, where I'm just like holding it as it grows and just like curving it.
Yep.
into a
It
bow
is
shape.
a perfect bit of wood for the purposes of creating a bow out of it.
Any particular tree?
One that I likely would have known is good for bows.
There's maple trees galore here.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so it's maple wood bow.
Okay.
Well, maple wood for a bow.
You is better.
And then I'll sit down and use my like bow knife to try and slowly shape it.
Alright, roll me because you don't have a woodworker's kit. So it will be a dex check essentially.
Okay.
You could probably pinch some of the tools from my mason's kit as well. My makeshift mason's kit.
Ooh, 22.
Nice, you're rolling really well today, aren't you?
This is great.
Stolen all my
You
luck.
managed to shape yourself somewhat of a bow. It does take you some time, so I'm going to say it's going to take you a few days, but you'll have it ready by the time you reach the village.
And I likely will have made it so I could just like take the string off the orc bow and just attach it to this one, because who has the time to make a bowstring out here?
Yeah, exactly. Alright.
Tendons.
There was some lovely wood intended back there.
You spend the evening in quiet contemplation. It's actually quite quiet now, you've noticed, without the soldiers and the other talk of all the other people going through. Just yourselves. And quite often you guys don't talk to each other all that much.
Nope.
Except for probably you two, who are just
There was-
probably the noise of the group.
There
I was
was
gonna say, I don't talk to
probably
anyone in general.
there was probably a moment too during the day when she was standing on top of the caravan. Probably no one really paying attention. Sorry if you were. Where she's like, "Man, it's hot." Woo! Woo! Yeah, but they're probably talking. Antoine's probably joining, and the three of them's probably, well, Antoine and Amber are probably drinking.
It is probably definitely a lot quieter than it was.
I'm just
American mostly keeps to himself, and unless you guys want to get involved with him and stuff like that.
I'm looking at his gun.
Oh, you guys having a bit of
I too would like to
conversation
look
about
at
it.
his gun.
Yep,
The other one.
the other one.
You said if I get involved with him, well, maybe he's got a nice gun.
Between the legs.
Between the legs.
Ah,
Perfect
you're
type too,
that
apparently.
you're that way inclined.
Yes, I'm one of those.
I just lost my dice over there, so I'm gonna pick up another one.
Oh, my word.
You know, I was only having a joke about that before. You know that, right, boy?
Ah, so you're saying you just have a pistol and not a big blunderbuss?
Oh my!
I don't like to
I'll
brag
explain
all
to
that
you one
much,
day.
but you know,
Yeah, but
they
you
can't
don't
fit
mind
this
your
thing
mouth.
on a steam tank.
Just because I'm small, I ain't no boy.
Well, apologies, sir. I didn't mean to disrespect.
Have we set
I'm
up
just
a
gonna
fire?
go over here in this slightly inappropriate and awkward conversation and talk about my other gun with this gentleman over here. I'm so curious about it.
I set up a fire to
And that's
warm us
where
for the night.
Yep.
Amber
And I
will
basically just sit next to it and I pull out my piece of coal.
Yep.
And holding it, start praying.
Antoine, come join us. We have alcohol. What are you doing over there talking about weird guns and stuff?
I'm actually going to do a lap in concentric circles, moving outwards until I've gotten about 200 foot away from camp.
Yep.
Just surveying the whole area, terrain.
A lot of the time when you do this, Chen kind of like lets you go and do what you do. It doesn't really say that much, but you do notice that he's just like intensely watching you.
I keep forgetting about that.
And you've gotten used to this for now, you know, that's
Yep.
just the way he
Shit.
is. But it is something he does on a regular basis.
Okay, in that case, when I get
But he had not taken
fourth
any
circle in,
silence.
I turn around and go, are you going to help or sit there and watch?
I am here to observe your progress.
Progress
Teach
in what?
you. Progress in you.
Progress isn't going to keep us safe. Or at least not whatever progress you think. These checks I do, they're for the safety of everyone. Mainly myself, admittedly. But we don't get ambushed.
What will you do when that ambush comes?
Fight. Most ambushes can be broken.
No. And
Broken plenty before. What difference does it make?
It makes no difference whatsoever. It is not about assessing about if you make a good decision or a bad decision. I am just assessing on how you approach it.
Why?
That is what we are. We do not give in to positives or negatives. We approach both.
It's fair.
You are prepared for the worst, but never prepared for the best.
Because the reality is that in this world, the worst comes and it comes quickly. And the best, well, if you're ready for it, then yes, it may happen. But if you're ready for the worst, at least you don't die. In that case, you may see the best later on.
That is a matter of perspective, but if you're constantly looking out for the worst, you will never see the best.
Fine. I actually give up my scouting.
You have very good eyes, you do not need to scout so much. And your team is very competent.
Amber,
yes.
as much as I might like to drink tonight, I think maybe we should set a guard.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. I haven't
We don't
acted
have
in a little bit.
all those meat shields with us anymore.
It's okay. I can do that.
I can take
At
first
least
shift.
for part of the night, I don't need to sleep, so I just keep watch for half the night.
I got
Could
dark
you-
vision. I can take first shift.
Could you also not ask some
midship.
animal friends to help us?
Oh, I wouldn't want to wake them.
There are plenty of animals that do not sleep at night.
Antoine, it's fine. There's plenty of us.
They're hunting. They're busy.
Okay, fine.
It's okay.
Sorry,
I'm not gonna...
thought to maybe, utilize our skill set.
I can turn into animals.
Wouldn't that be wasting them?
I'll rest.
Alright, so Amber's taking a shift, you're taking...
I'll take the darkest of night.
Okay.
So probably the very middle shift.
And I'll just spend the first 4 hours sitting square on top of the cart, just like basically just making head checks.
So you're essentially going to be on guard for the rest of the night after you've done your 4 hours, or
I'll guard first, then trance until
okay, so
dawn.
you'll trance in the early hours.
After I take over.
So there's 3 shifts basically, yeah?
He's probably the one person
Depending
who
on
can
how
safely
you
wake
want
me up.
to do it.
Because we've got to do 4 hours to keep the 8 hours.
You're also going to make sure you've got a good
So-
7-8 hours of sleep
Yeah,
if
so
you're not
we-
an elf.
If we're
Minimum
doing 8
6
hours,
hours.
that means there's 3
You need
shifts.
6
so
hours plus 2 hours of non.
yeah, so in that case, Rowan, Amber, me.
Rowan, Amber, and you.
Yeah.
Did you
Makes
want the
sense.
morning
Yeah,
shift
good,
then?
because
Yeah,
I
I'll
have
take
no
dark
dark
because my
vision,
dark
especially
vision's not as good.
I want to
Neither do I.
talk with the American and get him to explain the chambering of the rifle and how it all works.
Well, you see here, right here, in this particular part of the world, there's a bit of a hammer. What the hammer does is it basically hits a bit of flint, like you know the flint steel that you get when you're lighting up a fire. What it does is hit that, and that ignites a small bit of black powder, and that black powder then ignites the larger bit of black powder. And it's basically because of the pressure of the bullet inside the hull shell and whatnot. Well, the pressure of everything, and if you push it all down, so on and so forth, that's how you get your. It's actually quite simple.
And it forces it all out the other end.
Very much. What it is the path of least resistance. So at the point where the shell itself and the bullet itself connect to each other, because the connection between those two is the weakest point, then it essentially forces that bullet out of the shell. And that's how essentially we get our velocity going forward. And the barrel of the gun itself is shaped in such a way that it forces it to go in a particular direction.
Could I have a look at one of your bullets as well?
Well, here you go.
Okay. Just investigate how it all works.
Have I noticed that? Did you say
You're probably walking off around still.
If I came back, so whereabouts would you be?
Probably around the caravan.
Wherever the light is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need light to be able to see what's happening.
So near the fire I said.
Yep, you guys just basically talk about stuff, and he showed you a few of the mechanical parts of the actual gun
And
itself.
draw a diagram for everything. Yeah, well I know you took it all back.
Oh, do I still have it?
Yeah, you took it all back.
Oh, in that case, I'll walk over to him and go, "Seen this?" And I pass him like a handful of the acid rounds for the pistol I've made.
I think you have 4 left.
4?
Yeah, let me
I
have a
had
look at that.
20
Oh,
rounds.
did you? You only told me 4.
Whoa.
Well, what are these, sir?
Acid rounds. Have you ever thought of something like that? Tinkering your weapon so that it does different things on here?
The biggest problem I have with such a thing like this, that if this gun decides to misfire, and you probably saw it in that combat we had the other day, if this thing explodes and acid comes out of it, I don't want to be anywhere near that motherfucker.
Fair point.
Interesting. Interesting.
Terrifying.
Notes that down.
It will
Automatic
probably
firing
destroy my
mechanism.
gun, and it'll probably hurt me a lot, and my pretty face can't deal with some acid on it. I might have
Yes.
to give myself some sort of, super villain name like Jigsaw.
Fair enough. How long does it take you to make your guns?
Takes a fair while. The chambering of this particular gun itself is quite hazardous. Got to make sure you get the right rotation going in the spiraling of the barrel itself. Otherwise, if you don't, you're not going to get the right velocity and turn point of the bullet. And that way, you're not going to get the distance required for this thing.
How much would it take you to outfit, say, a caravan,
Take way too long.
even if we paid?
I don't think you could pay that much.
It's fair enough. Out of curiosity, though, what would cost be around?
Around for a bullet.
No, for a weapon, for a caravan.
What type of weapon you looking at?
Something big.
Something big.
You mean big like this particular gun?
For mounted on a caravan, or something a little bit quicker,
Mounted on the caravan. You're basically talking about a mounted cannon.
more or less.
They could run from very different prices depending on what you want to do. This is a specific instrument. This is not just your chuck a fucking tube and put a bullet in it and fire whatever comes close to you. This is a precision instrument.
Fair enough.
If you want a cannon, you can go get yourself a cannon from anywhere. You go over to the Lands of the Order, they got cannons galore. Got it stuck in every steam tank they got from here down to Texas. You know, there's no distance here.
So many fourth wall breaks.
Just
The fourth wall fell
nod
down.
slowly. And
If I'm not mistaken, the place where you got this particular caravan from would have been probably the Gilded Caravan, whatever it's called. they are also probably selling cannons in that particular part. You could probably ask them when you go back to some part if you do. Otherwise, talk to maybe some of the shipwrights in the area because they got cannons made left, right, and center for all the ships that are being built. Not that hard to get yourself a cannon if you're just looking for a nice cannon.
So many cannons.
Alright.
However, the biggest problem you're gonna have with the cannon compared to like a catapult or a ballista is that weighs a motherfucking ton.
Would it matter on the cart?
It would matter on a cart. It'd probably break your axles.
And the horses.
And the horses.
Fair enough.
Also, the knockback would knock the fucking cart over.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
by one shot, the cart's gone.
And the space.
However, with the right ingenuity and probably talk to a few mages here and there, there's probably a couple of ways you can avoid some of those particular problems. We live in a fantastic world for that particular reason.
Tensor's floating disc on the base of the
Yes.
like,
Don't worry,
hovering.
I've already thought of these things.
Literally.
It's whether
like,
or not I'm allowed to do them is the other
Well,
literally just
it's
a
getting
halo
late,
bug.
fellas. It's getting late, fellas, so I'm gonna tuck in and hope you got all the information you needed about the gun.
Ham's probably already passed out, waiting for Rowan to wake her up for her shift, so...
So who's
Off to bed.
first in the shift? You're first in the shift.
Off
Roll
to
me
bed.
a perception roll.
I'm sprawled across my coins.
You rolled a 1, didn't you?
I rolled a 1.
Oh dear.
It's still an 8.
Still an 8.
I'm very distracted carving my bow.
It's
It's quite nice.
next to you.
Me.
Next. No, you're next. Roll a perception roll for me.
It's not gonna end well.
Did you roll the 1?
8.
At least we're consistent.
That's right. Why don't we put Amber on watch? She's.
The last
Oh,
time I was
idiots.
on watch,
We
we
wake up
had
surrounded.
wolves, no,
Hyenas.
rats,
Hyenas.
hyenas attack us.
Oh, okay.
It's been that long since you've had to do this. Rayleigh, roll a perception roll.
10 plus 6, 16.
Level up!
Nothing happens.
Alright. I climb on top of the caravan anyway, because that's where I'd be.
The night goes by
It's
uneventful.
just comfortable up there now with all the skins.
You come into the next day after you've woken up from your rests, and you start travelling on again. American sings a little tune. They'll be coming around the mountain when they come. They'll be coming around the mountain when they come. She'll be coming round the mountain, she'll be coming round the mountain, she'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be riding 6 white horses when she comes. Yeehaw!
I don't think she had 6, just 1. It was a nice cup though.
Just travels on for a little bit and whatnot. He finishes up after a bit because he gets bored.
And then Rowan goes, 100 green bottles hanging on the wall.
No.
At
that point, I literally just
hanging on the wall. If
Whack!
one green bottle
Whack!
accidentally falls, there'll be 39 green bottles
I
hanging on
imagine
the wall.
Imperius would either be playing the hurdy-gurdy or drawing diagrams in his diary.
There'd be one metal bottle sitting on the wall.
I was going to try and remove the spikes from the shield again.
Can everyone roll me a perception roll?
This is a very bad idea.
Nat 20!
Yay!
8.
19.
You notice that's terrible.
23.
23, 20,
19.
19,
18.
18,
Low but plus high, so 10.
10. Alright, if you got above 15, if you
Again.
got above 15, this is what you hear.
Where does it sound like it's coming from?
In the distance, you think it's probably just over a hill to your left, probably 100, 200 feet.
I start putting my armor on.
I was so scared for a second. I thought the shield was crying. Don't take off my bits. I'm pretty like this.
So many ideas. So many ideas.
Yeah, I put my armor on and... Does anyone hear that?
Yes.
It
Yes.
sounds like someone is crying.
I hear
Yeah,
it
what?
now.
It was.
Someone is
Exactly.
Listen!
No. First
Stop drumming, then listen.
And just like.
I turned it into a musical episode before we even got here. You'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
It's his fault for not being here.
Okay, so we're going this way, and it's like off in the woods.
It's somewhere.
Like,
It's
we're
bad.
It's off. It's actually into the hills, so you can basically see a hill. You think it's going the other side of the hill, so you can't see a direct line of sight to it.
Okay.
Can I roll a nature check to see if this sounds like an upset bear?
Wow.
Sure.
Very specific thing to check.
I'm the one that should be
Um,
upset.
I rolled a 2.
Rolled
That's,
You've rolled
that's
that one.
a 1 plus
Roll
my
1
1.
plus 1. All right, it does sound like a bear.
Okay.
To you, it sounds.
It's going.
Would you like me to go see what it actually is?
Just let me get my armor on first. Takes me 5 minutes.
I do not
Give me a
wait
minute.
for him to get his armor on.
Right. Yeah,
however,
he's basically running off.
However, here's the thing. I realised there's something I can do as a wood elf that I've ignored this whole time. It's called Mask of the Wild. I can attempt to hide even when only slightly obscured by rain, snow, mist, foliage, so on and so forth. So I will climb this hill, but I'm going to try and do it stealthily.
Yep, that's fine.
I'll follow stealthily as well.
14.
29.
Alright. You guys basically come across the top of the crest of the hill and you look down into, it's a shallow, very shallow valley, and you see what looks like an ogre sitting on the ground.
I'll kill you and your ogre family.
I immediately reach over and grab you by the face and just put my hand over your mouth.
And he's basically just like, because he's got his back to you, he's like crying, he's like, and it looks like he has someone in his arms with the head like on his shoulder.
Rowan, shut up. I'm gonna listen to see if he says anything.
Okay.
10.
Just crying. Mumble something.
Can he tell what the body is? That he's
No.
over-
Oh, actually roll perception for that one.
You can.
You can roll
Yes.
perception as well.
I will.
23. No, 17.
17?
12.
Whatever it is, it's a corpse.
Oh.
It's quite rotten.
Oh dear.
This is sad.
Can I circle around? I'm gonna move around.
Tell me when I have my armor on.
It takes 5 minutes.
I know, that's why I said. Takes me 5 minutes. Give me 5
I'm gonna
minutes.
move around
Unlike
in
me,
the
it's just put
same
my chain
direction
shit.
that we were going.
I
And
prefer
try
my
to get
nothing.
that angle to
No,
see
not quite.
what's
Oh, you
happening.
wear nothing now.
Okay.
I'm
That's
gonna
exciting.
Basically-
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Don't
You say
even
we
make
are?
it
Okay,
club.
do me a stealth check,
Just
please.
gonna still have good clothes.
17.
Considering I rolled a 3, he's like too busy just going with this dead corpse in his hands.
I like those live corpses you get.
You circle around a little bit more so you got a better angle so you're no longer with his back to you, so you got the side of him to you at least. And you notice that he's also in one of his hands, he's also got like the leg, and it's detached from the body.
Poor guy.
Can I see, if I
Oh,
can see the
corpse.
leg, is it, what colour is the skin of the leg, or
Green?
It's green, rotten, sort of corpsey, sort
does it
of.
look
Oh.
It looks human of some kind, yeah.
Humanoid.
Humanoid is probably a better way of putting it. You can't tell. You can't tell specific races or anything like that.
I remember Amber being upset that the ogres died quickly because she wanted to hurl insults at them. So part of me, part of me remembers that she might be able to speak a language they share.
Mm-hmm.
So while you're sneaking around, I'm basically gonna stay where I am, pivot around, and try and wave silently. and try
Seeing
and
that, I immediately panic, because the last thing I want is Amber or you talking to her. So I immediately yell out, "Hello there!"
I rolled a natural 20 for perception on seeing Rowan.
Yeah, I reckon you see what's going
Well,
on.
I'm not letting them blow
That's
it as
fine.
badly as I'll blow it.
You're going to blow
He's
the
gonna look-
ogre. Is that what he just said? He's going to blow the ogre?
I come up to Rowan.
Are you okay?
No. Oh, come on.
What's wrong?
No, actually, you hear a voice coming from him, but you don't understand the language.
Oh, okay. I put my hands up in the air, bow across my back, and walk forward slowly. And
What's up,
out of my
Rowan?
rations, I pull some jerky and hold it out.
Woo!
As soon as you
Yes,
start
giant.
moving towards him and hold out your hand with the
Wait.
jerky on it, he basically just like looks at you, he's got
I-
tears coming down his eyes, and he basically just like thrusts his body in one hand and the leg in the other hand. Goes,
Can I understand?
and as soon as he shakes it like that, like in this like massive depression of like this thing's now broken, another leg comes off.
Can I hear him talk?
Oh yeah, you can hear this. It gets louder. and
She
you-
means, can she
Like,
understand him?
understand him.
What
I
is
speak
it?
giant.
You're not close enough yet. You're still.
Let me
Yeah.
know when I arrive,
Yes.
because I'm going up to meet Rory.
Yeah, he's got a few more rounds before you can actually get into distance.
I assume I can see the body now.
Yes,
What is it?
it's a body of some type. The body is rotted.
Oh. There's like not much left.
There's not much left of it. You can see skin and bones. You can see bones protruding from it.
Is it bigger than a normal human?
No, it's an human.
So it actually was probably a human.
You don't know. You can't.
Okay.
There's no physical representation
Humanoid.
of what race it is. It's
Yeah,
just that it's
okay.
got 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and a body.
Can
And
I,
rotting.
can I insight on the ogre to see if there's any chance of it being aggressive?
Go for it.
Doesn't have 2 legs that came off.
2 legs now, yes.
23.
23. He is distraught.
So probably okay as long as we don't wind him up.
Pretty much. But he looks like he's also quite wound up too.
Right.
Because his favourite doll is broken.
Right.
One wonders how many other toys he
I'm
broke.
gonna move just out of range and slowly keep walking backwards. So have I actually gathered that the ogre was using it as a doll, and the doll?
You
was
kind
broken?
of, it seems to be far-fetched, but the way he's cradling it, and then when he shook it in your direction with the other hand, like he wanted you to fix it or something like that, then the other leg broke off, and he like even went into further depression and started crying even more.
So,
It just seemed like he was using it like a toy.
Yes.
like he was
Right.
a child.
I'm gonna back right the fuck up.
Now you will arrive where Rowan is.
Amber, it seems like this ogre's toy is broken.
I don't know what you want me to do about that.
Just a heads up, don't get too close.
You don't need to give him another toy.
Hello, friend.
Hello,
What's wrong?
my toy is broken.
What was your toy?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, where did you get your toy?
I don't know. I've had it a while.
Oh, maybe we can find you a new toy.
Oh, that'd be good.
What kind of toy would you want?
Another one.
Another one?
While it's being waved towards me, can I make a medicine check to try and identify, like, based on skeletal structure,
Yep.
body shape,
I'll let
what
you go for
could
it.
be?
All you guys are hearing is.
21.
21. It's an elf.
Oh.
There's my toy. Put it there. That one.
Have I noticed Rowan's like slight?
I will
Rowan? Oh, are you
love
okay?
him and hug him and call him George.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
So have you been hugging me, calling
Are you okay?
Stage whisper.
It's an elf!
I'm gonna be back here.
Do you think you could do
Hi,
it
son.
us?
She's still up.
Hi, son. Welcome back.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
take
still
an
up.
inquisitive
Excellent.
check on the
Do you
ogre.
think you could ask
And keep
Imperius
doing
if
it
he
until I
could
succeed.
make
What are you trying to do?
Inquisitive
An elf
check.
doll.
In case it breaks
Oh,
into
elf.
a
Okay,
fight.
doll.
you have it, so we
Yeah.
don't have to say wrong.
I could try that.
Uh,
I turned to the nearest tree, and I want to try and sculpt well, actually, you know what? Is
Well, I
there
was
any
thinking
tall
soft
grass?
There is, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna have it go like crazy with a plant growth, and then just like start hacking it down. I'm basically gonna try and make
a scarecrow?
a wicker man.
A wicker man, okay.
And be all like, yeah, this is fine.
Throw a fur coat on it.
What's he doing?
He's trying to make you a new one.
A new one.
Yeah, one that won't fall apart as easily.
All tight.
Yeah? Okay. Did you want some ale while you wait?
Hey, Travis.
It's gonna fall apart soon.
Have you ever had ale before?
No.
Oh no, we're getting
You want some ale? It's quite delicious.
Alright.
Do you have a cup?
Big meaty hand comes over to you.
Do you have a cup?
What's a cup?
Something to drink out of.
I can't I drink out of that.
Hold your hands like this, very tight.
Oh, you don't like me.
Oh, that's not true. I assume I have like a spare cup somewhere.
Oh, I can't drink out of a cup.
Cups are too little.
They are, that's true.
That's why I thought hold his hands like this.
Oh, God.
Really tight or else it'll fall out.
Okay.
Ready? Ready? She's gonna endless ale it into his hands. Alright, quickly drink it, quick, before it falls away.
Okay.
Like this.
Oh, that didn't work.
As this expression just go.
Alright, let me show you how it's done. Rayleigh, can you pour this into my hands, please?
I'm not getting any closer to that.
Fine! Give me 1 minute. Go over to Rayleigh. Here, put some in my hand. Perfect. It's like this. It's like this. See? It's in my hands.
Okay.
Ah! Wonderful!
Alright,
And I-
pour it in.
I rush back over, get my thing. Thank you! Quick!
Oh,
You got this, you can do it!
It's like all drips down his hands and stuff like that, and over his face.
It's not bad.
One shot.
Just say
How was
when
it?
I'm done with looking at.
Oh, that's not bad. Tastes me like Bud
Oh, you've had Bud Light before?
Light.
It's my favourite,
It is a little bit. I was kind of going for Budweiser, but it's pretty close.
All I know is shit.
Oh.
Not like Australian beer.
I come running over with this
Or
like.
what, like Foster's?
That is like fighting words.
Foster's is.
Don't tell the Americans that!
I feel
Don't
like
give away our trade secrets of shitting on them!
I feel like all I managed was like a half-size elf. So he's the size of Antoine.
Yeah.
I run over with this little guy and I'm like, look! New one!
Right, well, roll a d20 for your construction.
Yeah, fair enough. It's gonna be terrible. Plus anything?
I'm gonna say, I'll let you do it with wisdom to try and actually formulate it into the shape you need to.
19.
19,
Jesus.
alright.
Oh, look at that.
He grabs it out of your hand and just like, almost rips it right out of your hand.
Oh!
Is that better?
It actually manages the hole.
Very lucky, because it's about to have a raging ogre otherwise.
I was about to just grab him instead.
As he throws it up in the air and catches it.
Yay.
I suggest we move on before he
Are you
makes his
happy
new
now?
toy.
I'm happy.
Is there anything else you need?
You are the old one.
I think I'm okay. I have lots of toys I don't need anymore. You can keep it as a reminder.
I got a smells.
I'll take the old
Okay.
one.
I'll take the old one.
Yeah.
He can't
Here
understand.
go.
You can't
Alright,
understand.
well, so I tell Amber to tell you that, and I take the corpse and go. And just
My
start moving
friend's
it off
gonna
the
get
road.
rid of it for you, I think.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Hopefully this one
Let's
lasts a
move
lot longer.
now.
Yeah.
Have a
We
wonderful
move
day,
away.
good friend.
Bye.
Did you have a name?
I didn't think that far ahead as a dungeon master.
Ugg.
Oh, yes,
I was
yes.
gonna say Bam Bam.
I pull one of the pelts off the roof and wrap the bones in it.
Yep.
Planning to bury it.
Yep. Can you roll me a perception roll?
You definitely should do that.
Definitely something interesting.
24. You notice there's a gold ring on the fingers.
I'll break the ring and have
as
a
you
look
were
at
like
it.
carrying this body.
What does it look like?
A gold ring. It's just a very plain gold ring. There's nothing actually extraneous about it other than just being a gold ring.
It
Does it have any
shouldn't
writing on the
anything.
outside?
Nothing.
No writing on the outside?
Ash, Imperius,
It's not there right now.
where are you?
Have you
Back
come back to the
to the
table?
Yeah.
Oh, you've
Yeah, he's stuck with it.
Bundling
Yeah.
the corpse.
Whoa,
Bam Bam?
what?
Bye, babe. Bye, bye.
Can you sense
Goodbye,
it?
Bam Bam. Oh, you have your.
Is anything still attached to the finger?
It's Wales.
No, I've shoved the meat out of it. It's rotted off effectively.
I will cast Identify.
You cast Identify. It is a magical item.
This is where your message tone needs to go off.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm gonna leave Bam Bam on his own.
It is.
Oh no, I'm gonna say,
Insert
I am
flavor
Amber.
text
Pleasure
here.
to meet you, Bam Bam. Goodbye.
It
And
is a
then-
ring of
Come,
insert
Rowan.
flavor
Let
text.
us be gone.
Use
He's
your
happy
ring
now.
later on.
Oh,
That's
just have a bit of a taste.
Really?
And
Might always
how
take
bad
Really?
does the body look like it's been damaged? Like,
It's pretty bad.
but looking at the
Alright,
bones.
imagine. The first thing you
The
probably
bones are
notice
crushed,
is that
or do they have,
they
like,
are definitely crushed.
So there's no like slash wounds along the bones or
It's
previous
hard to
death.
tell. It is way.
It's
rotted.
mangled, man. It's
It's
mangled.
been like this for weeks, for all you know.
Okay, I'll pocket the ring for the moment, bundle the rags and tie them to the roof until we get away where there's somewhere I can actually bury it.
Yep.
Really?
What?
What have you put in my skin?
A body.
Okay.
Prestidigitation.
Would you like a shovel?
Once we get away from this ogre thing, so that we don't end up. Yeah, so that we don't end up as the next body. Yes.
And this is where Amber and Rowan trudge in. We should probably move while the ogre is happy. Mr. Bam Bam, sir, our new friend, he, yes, ogres have a temper, so we should probably move on before his new toy inevitably breaks.
Okay.
I need
What
to make-
okay.
And I need to make sure
Big, ugly, green.
that you bury
No,
that
I know
body
it wasn't
properly.
Noga East, but
That's-
where is Noga?
I
He was
justice.
crying.
I am
Oh,
that
burying
was
the
that
prop
noise?
body.
Yeah, what
properly.
noise?
Well, oh, okay.
By elven
The crying
practices.
Elven
thing.
practices.
Oh,
I'll ask you
I
later.
suppose yes.
I would
Okay.
probably be intelligent enough to realise that there's going to be a way to bury it.
I mean, I don't think you're aware that it's an elf, but I would like insist
Oh,
upon
well,
you
okay,
making
yeah, I
sure
don't
that
know it's an elf, yeah.
it's done right.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, no, I
Someone
just
whacked
thought the
you.
body needs to be buried.
Yeah, it's fair.
Bugs.
We're getting bugs again, aren't we?
Not the big one.
Yeah.
This is the point where I've just finished donning my armor and everyone
Yeah,
rushed
pretty
back
much.
and I'm just like, damn, I'm not taking this.
We
on
should-
the rest of the day. I cannot be
We
stopped.
should move on before the ogre decides that his toy is not good enough and wants to use us as toys.
I don't know what Olga, but okay. Let's go.
Basically.
I've also
His name's Bam Bam. He seems nice. He
taken
seems nice.
a large handful of copper,
Mm-hmm.
basically put it back with the body that I've wrapped up in the rags.
Yep.
And tied it relatively tight in the rug so that it's not going to drip.
Yeah.
You know
So,
that's
I've
a
taken
good
the ring.
Like, handful
I'm
of
taking the
coins.
ring but traded it out for copper.
Alright, done.
That's a strange burial practice. Usually you just put coins on the eyes.
I've taken the ring out of necessity because it'll keep us alive, but I'm not going to thieve from the dead, so I should pay for what I've taken.
What ring was it?
Don't know.
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know, but I don't know.
Yeah. At a rough glance at just the gold cost of the ring, how much would I be putting in?
50 gold.
50. Fuck.
That's a lot of copper.
Fuck.
It's a nice gold ring.
It is a nice gold ring. I'll just pay what I can.
Yep.
So I'll put roughly 20 copper pieces in.
Yep, that's fine.
Because I can't afford it.
So you're burying the body?
I will.
Yep.
But at the moment we're just carrying it to get the hell out.
Yeah. Alright. So you guys head off after a while, and you hear in the distance as you're trundling off with your caravan.
Snap.
Like,
Shh! Let me do that. I'm the GM. And yeah, you travel off in the distance.
Okay.
And head up.
Well, I would like to know if I remember anything about how to properly do an elven funeral, because I feel like Rowan went to at least one.
History.
I was going to practice it, yeah.
You would.
I would like to know if that was the haunting of the
Cremation.
top village.
13. Yeah, you know some of the rituals. You're a bit sketchy on some bits and pieces here and there. They usually like to have big rituals about it because the death of an elf is
A rare
seldom.
event.
It's a rare event. Even at all levels, like from up class down to the lower classes and stuff like that, soldiers and stuff like that. It varies according to the position that they held, but usually they're big affairs. Yes.
I will advise to Rayleigh that to have enough time to do the burial properly, we should wait until we camp for the night, because he thinks this is going to be a process.
Yep.
Like several hours of just like chanting. And
Why? We can
incenses.
just cremate it.
That's an elf.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise.
You be respectful.
How do we burn them? Bury them. That's really for you.
Mentioning burn to a person who hates fire.
You dig the hole.
He already has.
I'll do literally everything else.
Fine.
Alright, you head off for the afternoon, travel without too much incident, and you are heading for the evening. You find yourself another campsite or another place to sort of sit beside the road. Which the road here is kind of like a bit overgrown and barely a road, but you can see it enough to know that it's a road. You set up for the night and you camp.
So
set up-
I'm just thinking of like a strange country road, so it's two dirt tracks with trees growing up.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm actually gonna ask Rowan. Rowan, I found this ring on the body. It's clearly magical.
Ooh.
But how do the elves think of their dead? Am I allowed to take this or not?
Another history check.
Yep.
You know, I'm not really sure. So I'm going to lie to him
Okay.
and say, things like that are normally passed on through the family.
I get a an insight check of 21. So roll a deception on that.
Literally impossible for me to
You
get
can't
that
lie
high.
to me.
No. So
Right.
It you wouldn't perceive it as lying. You would perceive me as just
As trying to cover your lack of knowledge.
yes, basically.
Right. Rowan.
It's got a bluff.
Rowan.
Hmm?
You don't know, do you?
No.
Never mind, I paid for it. And as I heft the body over my shoulder, you hear the obvious jangle of a large number of coins in it.
Okay.
Where are we burying this?
I find a nice like grove nearby, like anywhere that's a small clearing surrounded by trees.
It's a ring of water walking.
That's a damn good spell.
I still have a potion of water breathing.
I don't know what that does, but it sounds
You
cool.
walk on water.
Cool. Cool.
For a period of time, I'm pretty sure.
You can basically, wearing this ring, you
An hour.
can stand on and move across any liquid surface as if it was solid ground.
For how long?
As long as you wear it.
Is it attuned?
It's a good point. No, it's not.
Oh, so you just chuck it on, walk on water, take it off, and bam, you sink?
Pretty much.
Damn!
What about things like falling from height? Is it counted as falling on concrete if you hit the
Yes.
ocean?
Nah.
Right.
I mean-
so just
You fall high enough, it's going to be concrete anyway.
yeah, but like just gotta keep that.
Stop bringing realism into D&D. It's still 1d6 per 10 feet or whatever it is.
If the ring is anything like the spell water walk, that also means lava.
Yes,
Just
Oh, without burning.
no with burning.
with burning.
With burning.
It's still
Less burning.
Less
No,
burning.
exactly the same amount of burning. Just you're walking on top.
You're walking, you're not
It's-
sinking.
So you basically, it's still lava.
You burn
You
the
are
souls.
still, even if you could walk
Fine,
on
fine.
lava,
But
it's
not
still
your whole
lava.
body, just your feet.
Yes.
Right.
However, the radiant heat from lava essentially
Still
means
gonna
you'd
hurt.
burn-
Very strong.
You'd burn like a
Right.
So I could walk across lava for a bit longer than everyone else.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I stick the ring on, and
And then you glide across all the puddles. and across.
knowing now what it does, because I assume Imperius has told me, I'm like, okay, cool, nice to have.
Oh, thanks, Travis.
One day this party will give me a magic item.
What?
Oh, Travis is hosting us. Cool.
Thanks, Trav.
Well,
Wait.
if I find something that's attuned to you, like I gave the raven to, I just happen to find them quicker. That's all.
He does. He just happened to be just in the right situation.
Yeah.
It's alright, I found
That's
a few
okay.
things
Amber
as
doesn't
well.
have any magical items
And
anymore.
high perception checks really
You
high.
have
Help
taken
finding
endless
little
anger.
models
She
of
started
ravens in
game
piles
with
of
that.
shit.
It is
I'm-
her like.
I've got to bring a
Relic
jump.
of home.
No, you
I
actually
should bring it.
started with it. It became part of the role playing that happened early in Gdansk.
True. And it was originally a tankard, not a little barrel originally.
I shall begin the ceremony.
Begin the ceremony.
I start digging.
Start digging.
Rowan, do you need me to do anything? Maybe drums?
You get this cup, and I actually like point your cup that's on a belt. I'll produce like a fistful of those herbs I gathered.
One of the
earlier.
things you do remember from your rituals, information you've gathered, and so on and so forth, is that because of the death of an elf is a seldom thing that happens unless it's war, it's usually customary for all the people to have a short word.
Oh, everybody says something over the body.
Can I roll a history check to see if I know any songs or such?
I told her, she's like, I think it's full of errors.
11.
11, unfortunately,
After
because
three,
of
after
the elvish nature of it all, you just don't quite know anything at all. That's specifically elvish.
Yeah.
You know some tunes that are very funeral-esque that you can use?
I will play something that's mournful.
So he tells me.
You
He
don't
tells
know
me I
drums?
have to say
It's
something.
Oh,
tradition.
oh.
That's what he tells.
It's not saying enough.
Oh, that's
Rowan
very
puts, like,
customary for dwarves.
A fistful of the herbs that he gathered earlier in her cup, and kind of begrudgingly uses druidcraft to like spark a small fire in there, just so it burns like incense.
I'm going to assume this is a stone cup.
Yeah.
So you just wave that around. Walk in a circle,
Ooh.
wave it around.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I shall roll for performance.
You
I
play-
breathed it in,
you play
Rowan.
Anything with ability to do it.
Sorry.
Just one will be just one.
And I'll just.
22 for performance.
It's a very good performance. You put on a nice, soft, soothing sort of
Dirge.
melody. Dirge, yes.
I'll just- I'll just start reciting all the vaguely religious things I remember from that one funeral I went to that one time. But,
200
but
years ago.
it's all in Elven, and since Amir is still pooping, no one can criticize me.
Have you told us that we need to say something, or just?
I feel like he would spring on you guys with literally no notice, so not yet.
Just literally turn around.
Alright.
It's your time to say something.
It's like, oh!
Meanwhile, because I've put a bit of money in with it, I'm just gonna quickly on the grave marker write in thieves' cant that grave already picked clean,
Sure.
so that
You
no
just put a
grave.
quick symbol on basically, which represents what you need to do. It's
Yep.
not like a whole sentence or anything like that, it's just a
It's just
symbol,
robbed. Or clean.
clean.
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
Also, Amber has sniffed this and like choking her, but suddenly, oh, my nose is a lot clearer. I can smell things. Oh, this smells okay.
Is that what beer smells like?
it's
Yeah.
decongested.
Is that what I smell? Is that what I smell
Is that what I
like?
smell like? Is that what under my boob smells like?
No, she's more like, oh, something else smells funky. Oh, it's my beard. Oh.
I need a bath.
Oh.
A beat
oh,
needs a
oh.
bath.
Yeah, so.
I assume you guys prestidigitation her all the time, just
Yeah.
without her noticing.
Mhm.
Because she doesn't bathe, let's be honest.
Yeah, so once Rowan's done reciting things, he'll just point to whoever's closest and
It'll
just say,
probably be me
Yeah.
because I'm writing on the grave.
and just say, okay, say something nice.
What?
Say something nice.
Oh,
about him. Or her. They. About them.
sorry I didn't know you. Thanks for the ring. Hope I live longer than you do. Peace out.
That's literally Rayleigh's version of nice.
Your turn.
I'm not good with words.
That's
fine. Just words. It's fine.
Come on, you're the best with words in the party at the moment.
May your spirit live on forever, though your body has gone.
And rotted.
Your turn.
Shut up!
May you walk with the gods that you worship. May they accept you into their embrace.
Oh wait, I actually have a thing.
I look at the grave, and I just start reciting the traditional Dragonborn funeral songs. So I start singing in a very low.
Which is?
Yeah, how does that go?
Well, you didn't do your
a
elven
very
voice.
low voice, and it's basically what we would sing over our fallen
Yep.
warriors and stuff. It's the same song that I sung over my father's grave.
Do a performance check, but I will give you advantage because of the song that it is.
Okay.
You're so emotional.
Elven ones. That's right. Or at least
I will go with the 12. Not the 1.
Oh,
So 12 plus performance, which is 14.
You do a pretty good performance considering, and everyone who listens to what he sings, you're quite taken back by it because you've never really heard this thing before because it's a specific funeral rite that he actually gave, as he said, to his father. So he's giving a lot of the respect that he gives his family to this unknown elf that he's never known before by singing the same song.
Did you do it in common or draconic?
Draconic.
Ah, I understand.
Everything's in Draconic.
Oh, that must be deep.
Amber's still just like gassing everyone.
But
But she's
As
also
we
weaving the
agreed-
I was
thing
going to
around.
say, if you rolled really badly, it would be this, but you're choking on this while you're trying to sing.
as we've agreed, this is a decongestion, so it's just clearing out your sinuses. Feels really good.
Who's next?
Although we did not know you in life, you brought great happiness in your death to someone.
Or to you. You got happiness too.
No, it was the ogre.
It was the ogre she's referring to.
Rayleigh's clean. He paid for his thing.
It's a
Transaction.
You brought great pleasure to someone in your death, and I hoped that your life beyond death is full of great wonders and whatever it is that elves enjoy. I'm done.
I'm glad we saved the train wreck for last.
Me too.
And last but not least,
I like performing the damn thing. Yeah, fair enough.
that's a good point. The two NPCs, the Americans there and Chen's there. Yes.
Okay.
I feel like, are they actually
Dungeon
part of
Master?
funeral, or are they?
Chen basically goes, we have a saying. It is better to have lived well than die inconsiderably. I do not know you like the rest. I do not know you either. But if I know the elves themselves, they've done good things. And I believe you'll be no different. So pass on the way you pass. And when your soul reaches whatever it needs to reach, be proud of what you have done. Wasn't expecting a particular type of thing to have to say here, but not very good words either, but I tell you what, I think you did good, kid. I didn't have to shoot you, so I think we've done something pretty good right there.
We have a party of awkward. The traveling
Is that
troupe
good
of
enough?
awkward.
You know what? I feel like, considering Rowan's Rowanness, he's actually really happy with how everybody did.
Yeah. Congratulations, everything's gone well.
He's like, they all said something. I'm like,
Yes!
What?
thanks everybody.
Spoken like a true American.
Good job. I didn't have to shoot you.
You
Okay.
did good, because I didn't have to shoot you.
At this point, Rowan would basically say, I don't have any notes for this.
Rowan, are you okay? You sound like you're in pain.
It's fine, and then he just recites his shopping list in Elven. And no one can argue. He's just like, fresh
I'm
arrows.
gonna insight check that. oh, hang on. If a deceit means a natural one is not a natural one, so it's actually a 14.
I'm going to say
Deception.
no. You didn't
Okay.
manage to. You have no idea what he said.
Fair enough. I was more going for his demeanour.
Yeah, I know you were. Oh, look, it's actually really hard for you to read because what he basically did is something he does all the time.
Yeah,
You know, it's not like
Yeah,
out of the
that's
ordinary,
true.
which makes it a little bit harder for you to read.
that's true.
Oh, you didn't turn this light?
Just being so damn awkward. And then
I
he'll
love
say,
And that one on the
Fresh
set on the inside is
cabbages,
a 14.
newer, fresh ham, like,
and then
sulfur.
I think something
Yeah.
nice that he would do is he will use conjure animals and produce like rams and have the rams push the soil onto the body.
Okay.
And,
Just flowers.
and then sprinkle some seeds, use druidcraft to grow flowers all over the grave.
Don't cover the mark, it tells people not to disturb it.
He's going to add to the mark in Elven actually, and basically say, fallen elf, okay, be respectful.
With that, you
Hey,
finish
respect.
off the ritual for the evening. You all decide to head off to sleep. You have your guards, but you are untroubled during the night. And you wake up in the morning to a fresh new hot day. You travel on for a few more hours during this next day. And you see in the distance the mountains. They're looming more on the horizon. The forest is getting thicker on your right hand side. And from here now, as you travel a few more hours, you can definitely see the village up ahead. It's a fair distance, but you can definitely see the village. And that is where we will leave it tonight.
Damn, it's going to be so exciting next time.
Thank you all for coming along tonight. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Son, why are you still up?
Yeah.
Go to
She's the
bed.
sun.
You fool.
She's the sun. The sun is up in
Because
the
of the internet troubles we've had at the earlier half of all of this, in fact for most of the night, we are going to try, we're just basically probably just going to put the raw video up tomorrow and just do it that
Yeah,
way.
we're just gonna upload
Yeah.
just flat, no editing, nothing, just so you guys can actually watch the episode
Yeah.
if you really want to.
We like to edit out the centre bit to a certain degree and edit out the very start of it where with not much is all that happening. So we'll do the best we can, but we're just going to upload it because of all the trouble we had, and you can probably watch it and get past all of the bullshit that
What you
happens.
think you do it.
The sun for Sunarel will be up soon. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for those who came to the raid and added to our collection of people who are watching us. Hopefully we'll have more people come along and enjoy our shenanigans.
And hopefully we won't have so many internet problems.
And we'll actually have all the audios kicking in too.
Yeah, we've had a couple of incorrect cables.
And hopefully the internet in Australia won't be so shit. Well, I usually doubt that. It
We
should
can
at least
only
be
hope.
better.
You know, I've only just noticed that's not even plugged in.
Cheered. A person's
More
cheered.
cheers, thank you very much. I can't read it, this is too late. I and O switch. Turn it off and again, I can't read it.
Hang on.
I think it's Ian does Twitch.
Yeah, it does. It is.
Ah, Ian does Twitch. Wow.
Oh, thanks, Ian.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ian.
Sweet. Lovely to... I hope you all enjoyed the game.
The,
Give me smoke.
the nice low energy.
I don't know.
It is a troll.
It is a troll.
Yes.
So Ian does Twitch can
What?
Indo Switch is a troll.
What's he trolling
cheer
about?
away one of his people
Hang on.
hit
However, he did actually put,
Nibba,
cheese in, so.
gay sexies.
Alright, anyway, let us finish this night off. Let's say good night to everyone and thank you all for coming along.
Thank you all.
Bonsoir.
Thank you all.
Merci.
Love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah,
So he
mwah.
gave us big cheers to call out Hitler and
Someone
gay
else gave us
sex.
cheers just
No, that was him
Yeah.
again, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be reporting him. Okay.